Welcome back to episode two. Hopefully, you are joining us from the first episode of my ramblings. Today, we have co-founder of WB Creates and founder of Brad BC Custom Rods LLC. Sorry,
No, you got it. You got it.
I already went through this once already. So, all right, I to help keep us on time here, we're going to start a egg timer for 35 minutes. So. Most of you have joined with WB Creates an MDK crowd. You already know Brad, but Brad, go ahead, or Bradley, go ahead and introduce yourself and what do you do?
Well, so my name is Brad or Bradley. I answer to either. And I am the co-founder of Double B Creates with Kevin Beck. Um, I also now own a business that I created. It's called not Double, BC Custom Rods LLC. And the reason
Nice
why I
meeting
did
up.
it is I got hurt at work in September and was forced onto short-term disability and was bored out of my mind because they wouldn't let me do anything else. So I started making fishing rods. I've always kind of kicked the can down the road, wondered if I should start it, if I would start it, and I said, screw it. I got nothing better to do. Let's start building rods. As you can see, if
I
you're
was gonna
on
say you got a
YouTube.
lot of more stuff in the background since the last time we talked.
Yeah, so May 22nd, I had back surgery. And unfortunately, I was not able to walk down the stairs to my bedroom. So I was sleeping upstairs in the couch. And if you've ever had back surgery, you know how horrendous that is. So we had some friends come and move my bedroom upstairs for me. And we moved everything out of our storage bedroom into my office. And so currently I'm not doing rods because all of this, and I really can't sit for that long to kind of sit and build a rod yet, but we're getting there.
Well, if it gets pinching or where you can't sit in your chair very much longer, let us know and we'll wrap it up. Uh,
No, we're good. I took some pills to help my back
Woohoo!
out a little bit.
Sometimes modern medicine works to a certain point. Yay!
Yep, it does.
But definitely not a cure-all, or we don't want to depend on that stuff much
Yep.
either.
Oh, I forgot. I also am a part videographer and editor for what is now called what is it called
American
now?
Bladesmith,
American Bladesmith.
formerly the
Beat the
Beat the
Smith.
Smith. So
So I have been working on the third episode. It has been fun. And we'll give it back to you, Mike.
awesome, yes, and thank you for reminding me on that. This is just off the cuff here. This was supposed to be recorded last night, but Brad forgot. I forgot. We had some stuff going on, and I went to bed early too. So, but anyway, yeah, so we're just kind of gonna go hopefully try to keep it focused here. Took the focus pill today. That stuff's good. Um and yeah, I've been feeling good. I got me a little vitamin regimen. I've been taking and everything else. It's just as long as I take it, I feel really good. And then I think it's helping out too. So
You know,
so
my dad always says life is sometimes better with chemistry.
right. Well, this is minerals and minerals are good for you.
They are.
Granted our food supply is not as good as it used to, especially with industrial farming. Um, our soils are getting depleted of minerals and amino acids and everything else. We're just not putting them back like we should be. But I digress for that. Back to the rods. So custom rods. Why custom rods? What really made you look at it and go, you know what? I could do a better rod. Why?
So, honestly, I've been watching uh a lot on TikTok, and even a friend of mine was has been watching it, and he has I call it palsy because his hands can't stay steady. Because sometimes you really need really steady hands, but I mean, I'm addicted to fishing, and um, when I'm buying a $200 rod because I broke my $200 rod, maybe I can build myself a $200 rod. And a lot of times I've set a broken rod out to, get the warranty on it, and the warranty's either used up or they think that I broke it instead of the fish breaking it, or slamming it in your tailgate or whatever. Plus, um, you know, I I like to do things with my hands, but when I was when I was in disability, I just what I could do physically just went down dramatically. Um, and I enjoy the prospect of making a product that's quality and something that I don't know, something that I know that I know that the person I'm making it for will like it. I've sold a couple of rods now. I think I've sold like 8 or 10 rods now. I've got, if you can see the little orange spot right there on the table,
Yes.
there's another rod there that I'm making for a friend's kid. It's pro bono because my friend's kid is going through some stuff. So he really likes fishing, so I'm gonna make him a fishing rod, and he's a big Giants fan. So
Nice.
right now, it's on pause because can't sit long enough to do it. But honestly, the
How
real
well
reason
can
is
you
because I had nothing better to do.
can you stand for a
I can
very long time?
stand, not for an extended amount of time
Yeah.
though.
I wonder, I just kind of, when you're saying that, I wonder if we got you one of those desks, those benches that lift up,
Oh yeah,
adjustable one, if that wouldn't, that way, you stand up, you can do your squats, build up the glutes, make them.
yeah. Well, honestly, kind of sidebarring. From my back surgery, my left quadricep actually atrophied. I lost 70% of my muscle mass.
And then that means atrophy. I know in my mind, I know what it is, but for those, it's like, what the hell?
So, having a muscle atrophy does one of two things. The first one is the muscle becomes jelly and useless. And it's something that you just got to work on. Your body can absorb it.
Mhm.
Usually that happens in the older generations. For me, what happens is I was swelling so much on the area that controls my left quad, and basically it stops telling it to grow. And
Yeah.
so my body was eating it.
So where your injury in your back was pinching that because your nerves come out of your back. If you ever get a look at the nerves, how it comes out of your back from your spinal column, everything else. I have issues with that with certain spots in my back that literally where it pinched right here between my shoulder blades comes over in here. I get heartburn. My back would hurt in that spot. My back would hurt. I get heartburn because all those nerves connect, come out of there, come into your liver, come into your stomach. So yeah, I get so with the pinched nerve. I guess we're going medical here for a minute. You're not getting the signals right. The body's not sending the flood and the blood, nutrition, and oxygen to that area. So it's just like cutting your leg off and not getting the signals down there. So that's basically what you're saying,
Um,
more or less, because of,
Kinda.
because of the injury.
So for me, I had a bulge disc that was pinching the L5 nerve.
Yeah.
That controls everything from the knee down.
Yes.
And when when I'm when you talk about that, I was numb from the knee down.
That
And
had to feel weird.
it was the worst because I actually had, instead of, you're walking straight and you're just paying attention to what you're walking, I actually had to not look as far and make sure I could see where my foot was stepping because I couldn't tell where my foot was stepping.
Kind of like if it was whacked off, huh?
Yeah, yeah, basically.
That's
And
what that's gotta feel weird.
it was the weirdest feeling in the world.
Well, I guess it's kind of similar because I don't know if I told you guys. I think I did. I woke up one morning and got up, and one of my toes on my left foot next to the pinky was numb. I couldn't feel it. It was weird. It was like it was completely gone. It just I slept weird, woke up weird because I couldn't
Huh.
walk straight. So I guess I would probably. Well, I don't think I could kind of relate to that. So
Well, so think of it this way. Let's say whether you're sitting on the couch or you're sitting on the toilet for too long, right?
right.
And you stand up and your legs numb.
Mm-hmm.
Well, imagine instead of it being numb, you just don't feel anything.
Yeah.
So I could poke it and prod it, and I mean, I even had a nerve test, and I mean, they use really long needles to stab into to
Heck,
listen to the nerves,
nice.
and I didn't feel it on that part where I was numb. But once I got into my quad, I could feel it.
Oh wow.
So yeah, it was weird. But also, so I can't even, I think it's like a lapendectomy or whatever it's called for my L5. Basically, they drill a hole into your vertebrae and make more room for that nerve to be.
No.
Then I had a herniated L3 and they went in and fixed that. And I medically can't prove it, but I'm pretty sure is since I was a workers' comp case, they don't give you a month's supply of drugs, basically. Usually they give you a month's supply of whether it's oxycodone or tramadol or something, and then a muscle relaxer. I was calling every 7 days to get it, and I wasn't taking them like I should because I knew I was going to run out, and I was going to take 2 days to get it refilled. Um, so I'm pretty sure the swelling in my back affected L1 and L3,
Mm,
L1, L2, and L3, and that's why my quad atrophied. Also, my quad hurt so bad coming um, out of the surgery that I really didn't move as much as I should have been moving.
mm.
So,
That pain can just shut you right down.
oh, horrible. But also, I'm not using a walker anymore. I'm on a crutch
Yay!
now.
No, old man type thing.
Yep. So I went, you know what? It's time. I need to help this leg continue to build. Physical therapist is happy about it. Um, and yeah, we
We'll
go from
get
there.
back to it.
Yep.
Back to the superstar rod builder he is. That's what she said, folks. That's what she said.
I I mean,
So,
I don't know about that. I have seen some other people build rods and they are absolutely gorgeous. And
right.
I have self-confidence issues sometimes.
I think we all do, right? But
Yeah.
so do you, I'm sure you probably start from blanks. There's a particular kind of blank you like to start with on rods.
Um, Actually I have one here. Let me grab one.
Yes, he's got an ice pack sticking out of his backside. Yes, that's
Yep.
awesome. Hey, at least it's an ice pack and not walking around in his song like he was last time. So yeah, we're gonna tie this in with some. We've got probably about 20 minutes left, but
Okay.
ooh, here it
So,
comes with a special. If you're listening to this, apologize. You can catch this later on YouTube later in the afternoon. The YouTube would actually drop the following afternoon around 5 or 6 p.m. Mountain
oh.
Standard Time. All
So
right.
right now I will order a blank from wherever. And
Oh, I've had a few rods like that with a clear stick on the end.
yeah, this
And
so this one I'm going to be making for my father. It's from CRB. They make a great color series. I'm not gonna say they're the best. I'm not gonna say they're the worst. I know some rod builders that say they are the worst or say they are the best. I have even been doing this for years, so I can't really say much. But so you start out with a blank, and it comes with your sticker that says what? Oh, my wife's over there yelling at the dog. But so you start with the blank. Um, and then you got to order all of your guides, which people probably know, probably don't know. Um, you got to order your grips, and this is a ugly stick. This is my actually the original GX2 when it first came out, and I've beat the crap out of this rod. But now that I build rods, I've been able to fix it.
Nice. So is there a particular rod that you would recommend, or especially I like the old ugly sticks. I mean I had ugly sticks since I was growing up. Them things were tough, especially you could throw them behind the seat of the truck. I've had one. God, I bought that like 20 years ago. It's a Shakespearean one, I think. I got it at Cabela's one time when they opened up when I was still truck driving. We were hauling the Kennecott up there, hauling coal. Guy tried to sell me a 125 yard rod, dollar rod, and I was like, dude, I just need something to throw behind the seat of the truck. It's going to bounce around. It's probably going to get used once or twice a year, whatever. Of course, he was all heartbroken and disappointed look on him. So it was kind of funny. But then he had
Well,
clearance one, but yeah.
yeah, I I tell people that, if you want to go buy a Walmart rod, go buy a Walmart rod. I'm not making a Walmart rod.
Yes.
I I'm making a rod that is going to be functional, that it's going to be expensive because you're paying for my time. You're paying for me to order all this stuff and build it for how you like it. Um, this
Yeah,
definitely isn't a throw it in the back seat and be good with it.
yes.
But I like to know what you're going to use it for. So
Hmm.
I've had a couple people like, "Oh, I'm going to use it for A, B, C, D." It's like, no, like, what are you going to use it for? Like, are you going to use it for trout? Are you going to use it for panfish, for catfish? You're going to, go trolling? Are you going to go laker fishing? Are you looking for just regular trout? You're trying to salmon fish? And the reason why I do that is then I'm gonna build the rod according to the strength that it needs.
Yeah, and that's just like any kind of knife. You got your fillet knives. You got different. Actually, there's different style fillet knives too, freshwater versus seawater. Um, Also different type of hunting knives, butchery knives, your kitchen knives, utility knives, and such like that. Which going to be, especially when it comes to heat treat and tempering. Definitely need to know what if you want a kind of a. And some of my knives are kind of universal to a point. But yeah, so I understand that definitely on the custom part of the rod there. So can you make a rod that not only can I use it for trout fishing, maybe big lake trout fishing and cat fishing? Kind of a combo.
Yeah, you could. That isn't a problem. So what you want to do is so if you're trying to do, rainbow trout, lake trout, and channel catfish, which is here in Utah. I wish there were blue cats and flatheads, but they're not. Um,
I have actually caught a blue catfish once out of Redmond Lake, but that's been many, many, many years ago when they had still a variety there, but they are been fished out.
yeah, so what I do is I'm gonna kind of ask, do you want it like how much spine do you want? Do you want it to not really flex? So, even if you're using it for rainbow trout, you can use it for that. And most people are like, oh no, I'm good. So me personally, I like to fight the fish, right? And so
Nothing like a good fight there. I mean,
yeah. And so I know that you're going to be trying to go for catfish. Um, lake trout are what I'm really looking at for the strength. Because let's be honest, a 10-pound catfish versus a 10-pound lake trout isn't even fair. A 10-pound lake
sure.
trout will snap your rod faster
Yes,
than a 10-pounder will. So I
that's
look
what
at
she said.
going,
But
yeah, basically. But I most of the time I'm like, hey, if you go medium heavy with a fast action, you're gonna be fine. Now, rainbow trout, it's not gonna be fun with the rainbow trout. Rainbow trout will bend the rod, which will be great. It'll be fun, but the smaller fish just ain't gonna do much. It's gonna have enough backbone though for the lake trout and for the catfish.
So, so we're going to be building this for more catfishing and lake trout. So you'll probably be using it in big streams, river, not your little creek for your little rainbow. If you're going to go creek fishing, you just will go fly fishing, in my opinion.
Yeah, if you're gonna go creek fishing, I mean, I'd back that way down. I would take you to an ultralight. They're starting to make what's called a featherlight, and I want to build one of those because that sounds awesome.
I need to find my one fishing rod that's got I don't know if it's got accidentally thrown away or what. I got to find it and try and have you build a new tip for it. So,
Yeah.
um,
But yeah, I like to know what they're going to use it for, what species they're going to use it for, and then we build it according to that. Because most of the time, people don't care about your expendable stuff. They don't care about the eyelets. They don't care about the grips. Sometimes they do. They're looking for can you make it pretty?
yeah.
And I'm
Pretty
like,
is
yeah, I
not
can make it pretty
always
for you.
functional. And that is the same in the knife world there too, you know. Oh,
Oh
well,
yeah.
it's pretty. Like, okay, so what are you gonna do with it? Well, it's gonna, well, I'm not quite sure, but make it pretty. I'm like, well, do you want antler? Do you want a burl? I mean, how well are you gonna use this as a show knife or working knife? There's all sorts of different things. So,
Well, yeah, my question too is, are you going to use this lake fishing? Are you going to drag it around going creek fishing? Are you going to put it on a boat?
well,
Or
honestly, it sounds like if I was gonna do something for catfish and lake trout, I would want to probably it's gonna be in a nice little case. Only brought out when we're gonna go hit a big river, like the rivers or Utah Lake or where the cats are, or maybe Fish Lake or some of the bigger where you're probably gonna end up from sitting from the shore with pretty good drop off or in a boat. So that's what for me, probably 6.5 rod, somewhere in there.
honestly,
Mhm.
you're going to want a longer one.
Long
You could do it with a 6.6, but I'd probably be pushing you into like the 7 foot range.
one. Okay. And
Um,
why would you recommend a 7 footer for that?
so if you think about a bridge, right?
Hmm.
A bridge
Okay.
is really long
And
and it's
bounces the
kind of
weight
got a
out.
really, really long arc. The longer the rod, in most cases, not all cases, in most cases, when the spine is correct, which I've had a lot of Walmart rods that the spine isn't correct, but you're looking for the arc. So you're looking for a good bend, right?
Hmm.
And a 6.6 will do it,
Okay.
but
I mean, the
since
shorter the
you're
band, the more stress you're going to put in the rod, more chances of failure. Where you have a longer rod or longer bridge, the weight spread out further.
yes and no.
Okay.
So for if you're looking to like hammer some some big lake trout, I would go like 7 foot, 7 foot two, medium heavy. Mainly because that is kind of standard. Like if you go and buy from like Catch the Fever, you're gonna see most of them are 6 foot, 6'6", 6'9", 7 foot, 7'2". Um, but I have had really good success with the 7 footer, and that's kind of what I would recommend. But I'm also not going to tell somebody that I won't build them a 6'6". If they're looking for a 6'6" medium heavy, I'll find them a 6'6" medium heavy kind of thing.
Nice. Um, I'm trying to think. When I had another question here, I just kind of, uh, yeah. Oh, for hell's sakes. Pray
I,
for
I
it.
I do wish that I still had the last couple rods that I made. I could show you. Like I made our buddy Kevin. He's a really big Utah. Well, it's a Utah Mammoths now, not the Utah hockey team. I made him a themed rod that's um a 9.5 foot 5 weight. I think it was 5 weight. Maybe it was a 4 weight. But anyways, 9.5 foot fly rod. And then he said his son is a really big Dodgers fan and wants a casting
Yeah, I
rod.
remember seeing you show me pictures of that.
Yeah, and so I'll build you a themed rod. And if you want it to be functional, I'll make it functional. I have made one that is very much so not functional, but that's how they wanted it. They wanted it to be pretty. They wanted to just hang it up on the wall. I also know other rod builders that, they make a $700-800 rod, and um, people are like, okay, cool. I'm just going to use it once and hang it up on the wall. I haven't
Awesome.
sold one that much, but I would like to get into there. I would like to build some more. I'm gonna order some more and kind of slowly replace my broken rods that I have that I just haven't gotten rid of because I haven't replaced them.
So, all right on. Well, let's get wrapping this up. Just real quick, what kind of short abbreviation, a couple second minutes here. What kind of rod reels do you recommend to go with that? Is there grade A, B, or C?
For like lake trout, and
Or for these custom rods for any?
so it depends on what you're using it for. I've had this conversation with one guy. He wanted me to order the rod and build it, and he actually asked me to order the reel as well and send it with him. Um, most of the time you're looking at, maybe a 4 or 5,000 series. I wish I had one here I could show you. Um, but I don't. It's probably be on the table, but you want a reel that's going to match good with your rod, because if you can't, your drag system and oh, here we go. This is a small one. This is a 3000 series rod. Um, this would go great on like your 6.6 ugly stick. Um, 99% of your ultralights and your feather lights. It wouldn't go well with your medium heavy, your 7 foot medium heavy. Um, and at that point, you're going to be looking like 6,000 series, 7,000 series, because you're looking for the strength in the drag system, and you're looking for the line capacity. Oh,
Cool.
we got a visitor.
Oh, we do.
Okay. We do.
We got our helper today.
You want to come say hi? Come here.
Hi.
Hi.
That way. That way.
Are we having fun there, little bud?
Say hi.
Hi.
Can you say hi? Can
Hi.
you
Later.
say Mike?
Matt.
Awesome.
Hey, that's
Our
pretty close.
future rod builder here.
Yep. He's
Contrary to the
addicted to
board.
stealing the reels on my rods, so I let him go play with that. If I can get him addicted to fishing and hunting, he won't have time for women, right?
Yeah, or drugs or anything else,
Yep.
So
Yeah, so you're gonna want to pair a rod to your reel.
awesome. Well, thanks, Brad. I know we kind of keep it short. We're just going to keep these kind of short. My first one went a little long for some reason. I don't know, but we're coming up on the timer here. Any parting wisdoms about maybe, rod building or podcasting? I know you and Kevin give me a lot of information and walk me through on how to get this set up, which is a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. So
Yeah, so my adage is, people say that it's not that easy. Well, honestly, it kind of is that easy. That's that's a big lie that people say because they struggled and they didn't ask questions. Ask the questions. Um,
even if
me,
you don't know what the question is, just ask questions to find out the questions you need to know.
yes. Me and Kevin did an episode, and I really wish I could remember which one it was, but the guy knew the owner of um, dang it. I think it was a power bar. I'm gonna have to look it up. Cliff Bar. So the owner of Cliff Bar, and he wanted to make uh another series. And so he sold that company off, and he said he paid somebody to allow him to sit and just ask questions.
Nice.
Now, 99% of the time, you're not going to have to pay to ask the questions, because most people, I would probably say 85% of the people that own businesses, they want you to succeed too. They want you to do good. They want you to, you know, change it up. I talked to a lot of other rod builders, and one guy's like, he only does Ohio. That he doesn't ship it anywhere other than Ohio. But he gives me so many pointers. I was doing one thing differently, and he goes, "Hey, you know what? If you do it this way, it'll be a game changer." Started doing it that way. It was awesome. So ask the questions and understand that if they take some time to tell you, it's okay. It's not going to be something that they're not wanting to tell you. They're trying to get you information in a way that you'll understand.
Awesome. And that's the same thing in the knife making world. We have a lot of that. Ask questions. You're gonna, if you got a local knife maker, make friends with them. Be kind and courteous. You're gonna be kind and courteous, and they're gonna share. But if you just go in there and be rude and such like that, they might be a little treat you the same way they're gonna treat you. But yeah, ask the questions. I know some people sometimes you feel like you're bugging them. Really, you're not. And a lot of times, if you ask them a question, that usually helps them figure out a problem they're working on. But we're going to wrap it up here. We got about 3 minutes left. So, any advice for me for doing this real quick in a minute less?
Any advice for podcasting? Keep going. And I don't mean just like keep going. No. Be confident in what you're doing and just keep posting. Me and Kevin started this in 2018. And I mean we were kind of screwing up in like the 2016 area, and finally decided to pull the trigger.
Kind
Just
of like
keep
me for the
going.
last 2 years.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I moved to Kansas. He got a different job. I got a different job. It was very difficult to set up
And
between two
COVID
different
hit.
time zones and how people want to do, but just keep going.
And you don't have to go and get this or get the schedule yet. I'm just scheduling out. Hey, Sharon, my shoot text message. Hey, can you record this time? Da da da. I'll send you the link, and they're going to either tell you yes or no, or hey, maybe this day or such like that. That's how I'm going to coordinate for now. I mean, it's going to be nice if I can make the money and everything else to do that a little bit more. But for now, we're just gonna roll it like this. But yeah, I think that's gonna wrap it up for today. Up on next episode, I'm gonna have an author. I'm gonna say Jan Christensen because I can't remember the full title author name. She's also editing The Walk by yours truly. We're gonna be talking about her book and translating Mike and trying to edit my writing, which has not been fun. Ask Daisy, she'll tell you. We'll definitely have to get an episode like that. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed these first two episodes. Brad, thanks again for coming and joining us. Thanks for walking me through on getting this set up, especially throwing stuff from ChatGPT. I think I've annoyed Kevin for a little bit, so I'm going to annoy you for a while on some of this stuff. So I'll give Kevin a break because he
It's all
really
good.
goes, ah. So, but anyway, thanks again. We'll drop this in about a week from this Monday. So stay tuned for more. As we say in the shop, stay sharp, America. Anything from you, Brad?
Nope, that's it. Stay sharp.
Keep the hooks baited and sharp. All right. How do I end this now? Ah, there
You
we
hit
go.
the record button.
Hit the stop button. Later,
Yep.
folks.